Women, what do you find most confusing about men? Part 1. Why men rarely ask for further detail. Husband and friend make plans to have a game night, starting at 5 p.m. at friend's place. That's all the info covered. Should we bring any games? Is it at dinner time? Are we eating there? Are we meant to bring food? How many people are we feeding? Who's going to be there? Nothing. He knows nothing. If we were required to do more, we'd have received that information. If all we get is a time and place, we know all we need to do is show up fully clothed, unless otherwise specified. I know my GF is mind baffled by this, but when she is pissed and having a terrible day, she wants me to distract her and talk to her and be there for her. When I'm mad and or upset, I like to be alone and distracted. I don't want to talk about it because it reminds me of the issue and I can't move on from it. I just want to play basketball or video games. I want to be left alone. I'll use my wife's shampoo sometimes just because the smell reminds me of her, and that makes me happy. That was the most wholesome thing I've ever read. What's always confused me about my fiancé is how he doesn't know anything about his family or friends. I asked him why his parents moved to our city we lived in now. It's a small town, so I'm always curious how people end up here. And he's like, I don't know. So I went and asked his mom what brought them here. And she went into this whole thing about how when they got out of the Navy, Mike, the fiancé dad, got an opportunity to be a partner in a company down here. Our fiancé sat there, slack-jawed, and said, I just thought Dad worked for that company. I didn't know he was part owner. We have had several of these types of moments in the past 6 years we've been today. It just amazes me he doesn't think to ask such basic questions. My fiancé is kind of the same way. I like to make his birthday special because his parents have forgotten his birthday several times, but he does special stuff for me all the time. My wife asked me why I don't understand her instructions half the time. I think it's because I can't read the context she has in mind. She: can you put the yellow thing in that thing over there? Me: find a yellow thing and put it in a box which her finger was pointing at. She: what the F are you doing? It's the other yellow thing and you're putting it in the wrong place. Me: dazed and confused, trying to figure out what the other yellow thing is and where to put it to try again with a different object. She: facepalm. No, you're doing it wrong. Why are you so stupid? Takes another yellow object. Me: oh, you meant that yellow towel. Why didn't you say so from the beginning? She: I showed you 1,000,000 times before. You're useless. Ignore mode and sigh. I just wanted to make her happy and follow instructions. My wife does the same thing to me. It's really bad with clothes because I'm pretty sure she's just bad with colors. I love her, I love her, I love her. Her: hey, pass me that black shirt. Me: I'm surrounded by like 3 grey shirts and a solid black shirt. Here. Passes her the solid black shirt. No, that black shirt. Points to the grey shirt with the black stripe on the arm and a black graphic on the front. I'm confused. How little they know about their friends. My husband was friends with the guy for years and didn't know how old he was. Man talking golf to friends. I was on the 3rd hole, my 2nd shot. My ball was in the 2nd cut, about 6 feet from that big oak tree and about 3 feet from that big root that looks like a skinny chick's ass. I used my 3-wood and hit the perfect shot, landing just 2 feet from the pin. Wife: can you pick up your 3rd child from school today? Man: what school does he go to? How they absolutely refuse to ask for help. Back when we had no smartphones, we were trying to find my friend's street, and this guy I was with preferred to walk aimlessly for 30 minutes before I had enough and dared to ask someone for directions. Pretty much the first rule of the standard male mindset is that we're native problem solvers. Present a challenge and it becomes a project. A man is not lost. He just hasn't solved the puzzle of how to get to his destination yet. If you come to us with a sob story looking for a sympathetic ear, please make sure you tell us that early on. Otherwise you'll hear, have you tried X? and maybe why would help with that. When you really just want, damn that sucks, let me give you a foot rub. Apparently men go into mental neutral and not think about anything. If this is true, how does that even work? Also, hands in pants when watching TV or relaxing. Don't get it. It's less nothing and more like a daydream you don't remember, or things that don't matter. How much gas is in the car? When was the last time I got gas? Which gas station did I go to? Did I go inside and get a soda? Oh yeah, it's the Coke sitting next to me. They were out of Pepsi. I like Pepsi better than Coke. I wonder what it was like to have Coca-Cola with cocaine in it. That reminds me, I'm supposed to meet up with that dude online for GTA. I wonder what the next console will be. Maybe I should switch to playing on the computer. I hate my computer at work, it's so slow. The guy on the freeway was really slow. Took forever to get to the gas station. Do I need an oil change? Did we buy groceries? I could use a sandwich, but dinner isn't far off. I'll just stay hungry for now. Oh, look, Coke. Her, what are you thinking about? Looks up at the TV, realizes I've missed 5 minutes, and now I have to figure things out from context. Nothing. The only time my hand sits in my waistband is because it's uncomfortable against my skin for some reason. Usually I've been sitting down with a belt buckle pushed against my stomach far too long, and it's nice to make some room. Almost never has anything to do with my junk. I don't think I've ever left it there very long. Why are guys so apprehensive about receiving gifts? Buddy, I found a cool pair of socks that looks like a shark is eating your foot, and I paid next to nothing for it. Why do you have to act like you now have to pay for my college tuition? Can I not just gift guys things for fun? When you guys wear skinny jeans, where the F does your dick go? Like, not sexually, but as a concerned person. Does that get tucked in or something? Wouldn't that hurt when you take off your jeans at the end of the day? Depends on the guy. Most guys just have it kind of scrunched up on one side, but it's difficult to tell since skinny jeans have a surprising amount of crotch space. Flaccid penises are really flexible. They can get into all sorts of crazy positions without any harm. Just scrunching it up while putting on your pants is enough for most guys. The real issue is the testes. Can't have pressure on those or else it hurts. Skinny jeans leave room for testes, which in turn leaves plenty of room for the penis. Advice for girls. If you find something confusing, ask them. Whether he's a co-worker, friend, or more importantly, boyfriend, guys don't mind explaining why they did things. We have a reason. It may be a dumb reason, but it's dictated by a train of thought. We also prefer girls to be rather direct rather than cloak and dagger. The more we know about each other, the easier things are. Likewise, if a guy asks you why you did something, we are always interested in brushing up on any sort of girl logic at any given opportunity. Not a woman, but I can't understand why so many men don't wear sunscreen. Stop trying to throw hands with the sun. You're not going to win. Guys just don't care. It's not about trying to be tough. It's just that they're lazy to the point where the pain, which is passive, is preferable to actually putting on sunscreen, which is something they have to actively do. Most also don't consider the long-term implications. Does it make sense? Well, not really, but that's the case. At least for me. Whether or not they're into a woman. Swear one day they can display evidence of attraction, then the next it's like a switch went off and they want nothing to do with you. I've realized over the years sometimes it's just a bad day for them and not about me at all. However, I still can't read them. LOL. Can't speak for everyone, being a shy, socially awkward male, but I find showing interest in women difficult. I basically start second guessing everything. Is she being nice to me because she just doesn't want to be rude? She talks but only when I initiate conversation, so am I just pestering her, etc.? I don't consider myself handsome, nor do I think my outward personality is particularly engaging, so I guess that attractive women aren't interested in me. I mean, I have a younger sister, and now that she is older, I see the amount of men who message her as friends who she doesn't exactly like but isn't rude to. I guess I never want to be in that position. So the second a reply is disinterested or too short or whatever, that seed of doubt starts and you back off, hoping that the woman offers a sign that you should continue. So yeah, society is confusing, haha. Why they hide the fact that they are obsessed with hugs and other platonic forms of physical affection. Hugs are nice, but guys get them way less often than girls do. We want hugs too. I think the most accurate reason would be fear. At a young age, you're afraid that hugging your cute friend might end really awkwardly and damage your friendship, so you avoid it. Then as you get older, it's seen as more romantic, and now you're worried that hugging your cute friend will either A. turn any woman who was into you away because they think the two of you are dating, or B. you are dating someone else and now they're absolutely livid that you hugged your female cousin on her birthday. How dare you! So as much as we enjoy it, it's always a risk to go for it, and oftentimes it just isn't worth it. Plus, asking for a hug can come off really poorly and even be kinda creepy, which is typically not how guys want to be viewed. Why does it take you so long to poop? Do you not have enough fiber in your diet? Are man poops unfathomably large to a woman and just take so much effort to pass? Maybe you're just sitting there playing on your phone. Most men I've met spend at least half an hour each time pooping. If a woman spent half an hour on the toilet, you'd be worried she passed out in there or something. That guys can go from fighting and beating each other up to suddenly being back to friends. How are you guys really friends? Is it just taking frustration out on each other? What is it and how? Two things. One is yes, usually it's just pent-up frustration or anger, and once it's dealt with, things go back to normal. Two, it's very, very easy for guys to become and remain friends. If we share just one common interest, we'll get along just fine.